Breaking news, folks. Local times 8:05. 8:05. Something just happened here. The rioters just took it a whole nother level. I'm not exactly sure, but some kind of an explosion in a hotel. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Folks. Folks, it's getting worse. It's getting really bad. This is nuts. Just happened on a Sunday evening. I was ready to pack it in and go to sleep. We just had some kind of an explosion in Minneapolis. Welcome in ABC. Folks, this is not good. Oh my God. We need an insurrection act. They have taken control of the rioters in Minneapolis. Some kind of Minnesota. There's guns being drawn. They just exploded a hotel. You got to be kidding me. This is live, folks. I have different feeds. Come on in. Come on in. Good evening. Good evening. Folks, there's police emergencies. They have no choice.
Oh, that's the National Guard.
We are in a Minneapolis.
That's a National Guard. Though.
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly who got hurt or injured, but it looks like some of the ICE agents are hurt. They're bringing in, I don't know if these are local police. Just is breaking news about 20 minutes ago. I came on as fast as I possibly can. Folks, it's emergency right now as the rioters and agitators have taken it a whole nother level. This is going too far, folks. Some of these ICE agents, one guy was down. Paramedics on the way. Not sure how many people were injured. Breaking news. It just developed about 15 minutes ago. I've heard ICE agents says, we need help. We need help. We need help. Help, help. I don't know what they mean, help. I guess they need backup. Bear with me, guys. Guns are shot. Guns are shot. These are guns, not fireworks. These are gunshots.
What are you doing gunshot now?
We have I guess you call this a domestic terrorist. I mean, all under arrest. This is gas, not tear gas, folks. This is gas. They're all under arrest, folks.
Wow.
You're all under arrest. Holy shit.
Everybody's arrested.
The police are involved.
Wow.
All right.
People put the
Viewers' discretion advised.
thing that you know there. Look, it's the arrest.
Folks, this is live. This is live. This is nuts. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They got to get control. These people don't want to move. You got to move. Move. This is serious now.
There's a guy over there with the gun.
Guns. People are there. Folks, they have taken this a whole nother level, folks, after these shootings. I'm doing the best I can to show some feeds, guys. I'll stay on this feed here. I don't know if the news has this. I'm looking at some feeds. Looks like this white car is an interest.
He's over there though, in the white car. He turned this way.
It looked like they exploded. I'm not exactly sure if it was a bomb or some kind of a gas, not tear gas, into a hotel. They call for backup. They got the police department, ICE agents. Is that National Guards?
Okay, so they have the Bearcats out.
Wow, this is nuts. Completely nuts. They have to stop this. These people have taken now. They have taken a whole nother level. This is
Minneapolis Police Department and the Border Patrol who took over.
This has to stop.
They cleared the lobby. They called for backup. Backup came in.
Backup.
I counted about 2 Bearcats that went into the area.
Yeah, they call for backup. If you're just coming in, some kind of an explosion in a hotel where they thought the ICE agents were at, meaning ICE agents were inside, sleeping. It was being guarded heavily with National Guard, ICE agents, excuse me. And there was an explosion. I was ready to pack it up for tonight. And they have called for backup now, Minneapolis Police Department. And you could see the blood was coming from couple of the ICE agents' hands. One woman, not this woman, but some people insist to continue. And they said they're all arrested. So I believe they arrested everybody that was agitating in that particular area, folks.
You good?
And not quite sure how many people were injured in the hotel.
I'll be back.
This is just breaking, so bear with me here.
Yeah, that's not good for the guy.
Paramedics rushed in, and ICE agent says, "Who are you?" And they said, "We're paramedics. We're paramedics. Do you need help?" ICE agent says, "We're okay right now. Please back away." Almost like they didn't know if there were paramedics. This is live at 8:10 Minneapolis time. What's your thoughts here, guys? I mean, this is out of control. I said this was going to happen, unfortunately.
What this lady do?
And I think we have to have the Insurrection Act, folks. It's not a joke anymore. It's not a joke. It's not even about, this is not even politics anymore, folks. We got to put the politics aside. They got to take these people and arrest them. And these people are taking actions. Let law enforcement take care of it. Completely insane. Once again, this is 100% live. Just broke about 25 minutes ago or so. As the ICE agents were protecting a hotel where other ICE agents were ready to, shift change and go to sleep, I'm guessing. And I heard we seen an explosion right before I came on. I'll try to go back after this is done. And you can see here they got their guns drawn. I heard from a reporter, folks, that it was not tear gas from the agitators. It was gas, like gasoline, and pop, 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 explosion. I'm not sure how many people were in the hotel, but you heard them say they're all arrested. Everyone was arrested. I'm not sure. Did they transport them away already, or how many ran away? I've seen a lot of the protesters, agitators run away as some of these ICE agents were chasing them. But at the same time, they're looking for a white car. Was it a white car, Maribel? Some kind of a white car.
It's animals there. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I thought it was an explosion. I'm pretty confident it was gas, but there was also gunshots.
Why you have one K in the shop right now?
So once again, we rushed into this live, guys, to break this. This is actually breaking news here. Welcome in, everybody. It's unfortunately that this is happening in this world. I am so sad and upset. I'm really getting really aggravated here. Everything kind of got quiet here. It looks like this is early preliminary here. They're looking for some kind of a white car. I don't know. There's a couple of white cars there. Hold on one second, guys.
Gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus,
Got a couple of ads here. We'll go right back to it. So once again, guys, these ICE agents, if you're just coming in, these ICE agents called for backup. They got somebody detained. Excuse me. Okay. So there's somebody there in custody there. There's a few people, I think, in custody. Well, there's one there. So they got the subject. They got one subject in custody. If you're just coming in, they said, everybody's getting arrested. Everybody's getting arrested who was agitating in front of that hotel. As well as they could back up. We need backup. Please back up. We need police. Yeah. So they said we need backup. And the local police department rushed to get there. I think they're on scene as we speak. 8:14 Minneapolis time. Once again, just when things were kind of calming down. I'm not sure why he's down, if it was the gas or some other kind of, he gets sick from the gas, or did he get attacked? I'm not sure what happened to this officer. That's an officer, police officer here. So now we got police officers involved. Folks, Eruption here, chaos, chaos.
I will not trust the police there.
Finally, we got police help. I believe Donald Trump brought in National Guards yesterday, but as far as this evening, he has not signed the Insurrection Act. Folks, this is going on another level, folks. This is not fun and games. Help, help, help. Somebody needs help.
44
Just hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to get some information, more information. I got two different feeds in the same area. I hope the ICE agents are okay. I actually hope everybody's okay, but unfortunately, I think some people got injured. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, members. Thank you so much for being here on these circumstances. This just developed about 30 minutes ago now. Lots of smoke. It's very cold there. Some of it's just coming out of their people's mouths. But what happened, folks, if you're just coming in, there was some type of an explosion at a hotel. And where they assumed the ICE agents were sleeping, packing it in for the night. There was ICE agents protecting the hotel. There was an explosion of some kind. And I heard it was gas, not tear gas. Let me repeat, gas. I can't confirm, but I've seen with my two eyes a couple ICE agents bloody. It didn't look real serious, but there was people wanted to rush in. They want to rush in, and they said, no, back off, back away. And then a paramedic arrived, and he goes, the ICE agent, who are you? He said, I'm a paramedic. He says, we're okay, back off. So he told the paramedics to back off. Not sure what happened there. And then about some of you who came on live in the beginning heard him say, you're all arrested. Everybody's arrested, he says. And when I say everybody, everybody that was in that area that were agitating and trying to rush into the hotel. Everybody is arrested. We need backup. And what they meant by backup is they need local police, and they finally rescued and helped out as much as they possibly can. So we have a combination of ICE agents, local police department. I believe we see some National Guards. This is insane, folks. I've never thought it'd come. Here's somebody in custody here. They were looking for a white car. Looks like they have an individual. Looks like a male. There's a male with a hood on. Let's take a look here. I get a better view here. How's that? There's the person that they believe maybe delivered that explosion of some kind. I'm not sure what the explosion, what it was, a grenade. I'd be guessing, but some kind of an explosion went off, and it's gone too far. Welcome in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. What's your thoughts on here, guys? What's your thoughts? It's not politics anymore. These are people's lives. These are ICE agents' lives. These are bystanders, whatever you want to say. Very serious situation. Very serious. So, folks, this is crazy. I was ready to pack it in, and then this happened. We're going to get back to this live coverage. Thank you for coming in on these circumstances. Once again, total chaos, 8:19 local time in Minneapolis, Minnesota, minus 10 degrees, very cold, as it actually went from yelling, screaming, tear gas to real gas from the agitators, as this man here will be arrested and charged with whatever, destruction. Hampton Inn? Hampton Inn, okay, thank you. Thank you, Hampton Inn. Thank you, Maribel. Thank you. It looks like it was at Hampton Inn. Hampton Inn Hotel. Thank you so much, Maribel. So this man here, Caucasian. Caucasian. Rioter, agitator. He'll be facing some serious charges. Yeah, they got him. They got one. I'm not sure if there's more. There were so many there, folks. Oh, it looks like they have another one. There's a couple arrested, or a couple detained. Yeah, it looks like there's another one. So there's two in custody. There's two in custody. We have two in custody, and I'm going to guess there's more. Once again, breaking news, guys. They were looking for a white vehicle. I'm not sure if the white vehicle had stopped and threw some kind of a grenade or gas, exploded in a Hampton Hotel, Maribel? Hampton Hotel in Minneapolis, Minnesota, on this ongoing rioters, agitators, guys. It's getting out of control. Welcome in, Ozzy. Welcome in, moderators. Thank you for being here. I haven't had a chance to thank everything. Thank you, Crystal, Janine, Maribel.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really liking the setup. I'm thinking
There's
particulate mask, so I don't have to worry about.
So we have two in custody.
Worry about my gas mask as much. I can just don the particulate mask.
There was a lot of independent journalists that were there. We got different feeds here.
I have a friend that's getting me a ballistic helmet and body armor. It just hasn't been ordered yet.
They're also, folks, I'm going to just go over here real quick. This is in Portland. There are also people riding in.
Yeah, not gonna lie, these are okay. I just wiped them a minute ago. That's why they're clear.
So that young man looks like
Pennsylvania. Glad to have you.
chaos, complete chaos, folks.
Yeah, 4:20 in the morning in the UK.
So once again, folks,
Thank you for joining us.
Hampton Inn was the hotel they believe, well, don't believe, it was the hotel struck. It was struck by some kind of an explosion, grenade of gas.
You know, things are changing here on the tiki-taki. So, be on the lookout for me in other places.
Local time is about 8:30 now.
Accounts that are on other places so that I can go live and not to be on TikTok. If they allow me to post on here, I'll let you guys know when I'm live in different places, but I don't know when that's going to be a thing that I can't post. So, I'm really trying to make an exit here.
So it looks like they have at least two in custody as the police department arrived. I have to shout out to the police department. Got there pretty quick, so I'm sure they were only a couple blocks away. ICE agent says we need backup. We need backup.
They're going to come out of Kiki block for them. That would be a perfect approach to that door. Nope, you're good. So they waited until they backed up. What was the point?
Declare emergency.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This guy's a rookie, apparently.
Facilities closed.
Like it's a whole driveway. How do you not see the driveway? It's obvious.
light on again.
I believe I thought I seen National Guards, but I could be wrong. But I know there's Minneapolis police came pretty rapidly to the scene. This just took a turn for the worse, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it took a turn for the worse. Do you agree in the chat that we have to? There's got to be some kind of an insurrection act. It has to be. Felix, thank you so much. I appreciate your donation. We got helicopters in the sky. This is taking on a whole nother level. When you start bombing or interrupting mass destruction of a hotel, for me, that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ball game, folks. This is a domestic terrorist. These people are going to have some serious charges. And I believe the people that were agitating are also going to have some pretty bad charges against them. You can still hear people mouthing off. Thank you, Michelle. I think there's zero tolerance right now. They're going to arrest anybody who even they're going to arrest anybody now. That time has come. Everybody's going to get arrested.
Still going on against the execution of a U.S. citizen on our streets. There's been detainments, and they've actually released people pretty quickly because they probably feel guilty for what they've done. They barely did any target arrests yesterday. They just did a lot of...
yeah, so this has escalated, folks, in my opinion, a whole nother level. What's your thoughts?
And OC grenades.
A whole nother level. Grenades. Grenades. I mean, when you're talking grenades at a hotel where there's people there ready to pack it in and go to sleep, that's serious. Once again, it was a Hampton hotel in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Honestly, the best one I found was on YouTube. Status Coup. They're pretty good. They were on the front lines at the initial protest, and they seem to be there all the time. Can't search anything right now.
This is early. This is coming in really rapidly, guys. I'm hoping for the best that nobody lost their life, but I'm not. I know there's a lot of injuries. I've seen some injuries. Welcome in, Richard. Welcome in memberships. Appreciate all members, all new subscribers. Unfortunately, circumstances, guys. This is it's just going too far.
Do you know your debt number?
Hold on one second. Got some ads here. We'll get right back to this. Is live. So once again, folks, it was a Hampton. If you're just coming in,
Status Coup.
thank you for the hearts and the donations. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. There's the fire department. The reason the fire department's here, once again, there was an explosion at a hotel.
Hey, glad you're back.
Folks, this went on a whole nother level. We're talking grenades. We're talking gas. You're talking people who got seriously injured. And this is still early investigation. I'm sure we'll have some kind of a report. I'm sure we're going to have some kind of report from Governor.
I'm only 150 away. All right, let's get back to what's going on.
This world's upside down, folks. We got Portland over here. Something's happening in Portland right now. My sources are something just happened in Portland. So we got two feeds, guys. We got Portland. We got Portland here. I'm not sure what happened in Portland.
Is that a pepper? Right. Oh, weird. It's got a skeleton thing too. That's interesting. They've had a lot of different ammunitions.
So we got over here to the left screen here, to your right. This is Minnesota. And now something just occurred in Portland here. Not exactly sure what happened in Portland. We're going to go back over to Minneapolis, Minnesota here. You know, this stuff is like cancer, you know. They hear what happened in Minnesota, and then they just, you know how these things go sometimes. All right, so this is got two different feeds here. Oh boy. The yelling we're hearing is from Portland now, so it looks like. All right, it's okay. So now Portland's oh, look at this. This is Portland now. This is in Portland. We got two feeds going at once, folks. Like and subscribe. We got chaos in Portland now. Explosion of some kind in Minneapolis. Whoa. Listen, it's spreading to state. Minneapolis to Portland. And my reports, unfortunately, I don't want to report this, but something just happened in Chicago of some kind. I'm trying to. So this is in Portland. My source told me something just happened also in Chicago as these major protests. They're drawing their guns. Somebody's in custody.
Really? Necessary? Unnecessary?
What the hell? What is going on with this world? This is live. This is crazy. This is insane. People are going crazy. People are they're taking over. Okay, hold on. That's important. This is Minneapolis, guys. If you're just coming in, there was an explosion in a hotel. I'm only assuming now that, you know, that the agitators are calling. I think they probably heard what happened in Minneapolis. That's the only thing I'm guessing here. And now they're trying to. This is nuts. Well, that's tear gas there. Yeah, this is insane. Yeah, this is a civil war, folks. I'm going to call it as it is. We got to intercept this. We're at civil war. There's no doubt in my mind. Well, I'll try to 2 feeds here at once.
I should have stayed right where I was. I was fine until just now.
So,
I should have stayed right where I was. I was fine until just now. That sucked.
all right, I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna jump back over here to Minneapolis.
Why are these pussies, bro? Total fucking pussies.
Viewer discretion advised. Once again, viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, come on, you guys get it. It's right there.
They were just, this is going a whole nother level, folks.
Holy shit, he just dropped some.
We got a hotel explosion in Minneapolis. We got chaos in Portland. Something's going on in Chicago.
Yeah, it's Casper. Yeah, Casper, Wyoming. I've seen that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. As long as they can get it right.
People are definitely injured.
Right when it lands.
Some are serious injured
20 seconds.
in Minneapolis.
Nice. Puppies, that's cool.
Welcome in, Mike. Thanks for being here, all moderators. I appreciate it.
Shit, man.
Under these
I don't know where that goes.
unfortunate circumstances, folks.
Yeah.
Please hit the like if you haven't already. As I'm trying to give you guys 2 feeds at once. I'm trying to get Chicago feed in,
That separates.
but I don't want to lose anything here.
Yeah. Right. Fucking Christ. I gotta go find some water.
All right, so real quick, we're gonna get back to it.
The sizzle of real marinated chicken on a real Del Taco grill. Right now, you can get.
So for those who are just coming in,
Oh, that's for an arrest, essentially.
okay, I'm gonna lower it and just give an update real quickly. I know a lot of people might be confused. We got 2 feeds going here. We got one in Portland, one in Minnesota. The rioters and agitators have taken a whole big level. They actually had some kind of grenade or some kind of a gas, threw it into a hotel. We think it was Hampton, downtown Minneapolis. I'm going to lower because of the music and the copyrights. And it happened so quickly. Their ICE agents some of them had blood on their hands and their face. The paramedics were real close. They got there within 5 minutes. Paramedics asked the ICE agents, "Are you okay?" ICE agent said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm a paramedic." He said, "I need you to back away." Shortly after that, they heard some pops and shots. The ICE agent says, "Back up. We need backup. We need backup. We need police backup." Within 5 minutes or less, the Minnesota Police Department arrived on scene. They announced, "We will arrest everybody." When I say everybody that was in front of the hotel. There was a rumor of a white car. There's been 2 at least in custody. I'm not sure about the white vehicle, whether the white vehicle threw it out, but they did have 2 in custody. They had many arrests. Some were released instantly, and others, I'm sure, they transported to local jail. As it has escalated. This is not political anymore, folks. This is now a whole nother level. You're talking about domestic terrorism, okay? You're talking about these people have lost their mind. They're making very bad decisions. If you're not aware, there's been most recently yesterday a death of a male nurse, whether you are one side or the other, it needs to be eliminated. When I say eliminated, we need President Trump needs to sign the Insurrection Act before these ICE agents lose their lives, or these people, who have families, whether you support it or not, lose their lives. You're talking serious. We're talking about bombing into a hotel. I mean, come on, folks. This is America. We can't do this. It has to stop. We got to let the governments work it out. These ICE agents, folks, just to bring everybody up to date, these ICE agents are white, black, Hispanic. Come on. They're Democrats, Republicans. They put their badge on to do their job, to keep it safe. They're there to, get some of these illegal aliens out of there. And, each day, it seems like it's getting worse. But this is not a bunch of horns, FIs, tear gas, fireworks, which is not okay, or protesting. We're talking about serious. We're talking about domestic terror. They're talking about possibly taking a hotel out. I mean, that could have took the whole hotel. It could have exploded the whole hotel, and it could have just, each building could have went up. If we don't stop it, folks, it's going to get worse. And now you have Portland over here. Portland had some kind of, you can see here, they're just going back and forth in Portland, because you know how this stuff works. It's like, it's like cancer, it starts to spread. They hear about what happened in Minnesota, and then they probably heard that, maybe, who knows what they heard in Minnesota, and then they just take matters. Look at these. This is nuts. I'm going to turn the volume back up. You know what gets me, folks? Let me just say this real quick, if I could. Shortly after some kind of an explosion that went into the hotel, here's what agitators were doing. They were rushing in. I mean, if I heard an explosion, wouldn't you run away? Wouldn't you say, "Oh my God, what happened here?" But some, not all, some rushed into the hotel, and that's when ICE agents had enough. That's when they said, "Back up, back up." Many, many arrested tonight. Shortly, about 40 minutes ago now, or so. So we have some of these independent journalists.
You look like your kids like college kids. Brainwashed. Brainwashed college.
Yeah, many got arrested. Many. I'm still trying to find out if there's anybody in the chat in Minnesota. Have you heard anything about a white van or vehicle that they were looking for? Because I heard they were looking for a white vehicle.
This is the scene where in Minneapolis, near the two suites by Hilton, demonstration was taking place earlier this evening. This is the current situation now. Quite a bit has happened in the past.
Let's hope they don't try to drop a grenade on the memorial again.
10:44.
I feel like they were doing that on purpose last night.
Here, Sunday night, January 25th, 2026. Do you want to just take a moment to say thank y'all for watching, thank y'all for tuning
They did this
in?
whole thing with Boyle with the companies
Make
that
sure
are
to subscribe to
I don't know, folks, but for me, we got our local time about 8:45 in Minneapolis. For me, this is a whole nother level, and it's sad to see that this is happening in the United States of America. We certainly have seen riots before. I'm not going to get into them all, but I don't remember this length of time, meaning this has been almost 2.5, 3 weeks now, and it's getting worse and worse when you're starting to use grenades, explosion, trying to pretty much take out a hotel where they assume ICE agents. But let's just put this aside. There's not just ICE agents at that hotel. These are moms and dads and people, staying in a hotel. I mean, this is nuts. I mean, these people just don't care. I mean, then they get arrested and it's too late. Now, the two that were in custody that I seen were two Caucasian males, probably between the age of 23 to 33 years old, maybe. I would say that age. Now, that's the two we seen, right? There's been more arrests, and I'm still waiting to hear about this white vehicle.
So yeah, you gotta check there.
A white vehicle.
So I got the pins. I've got the grenade.
Now, the ICE agents, they're gonna stay here to protect.
You ever seen the top loading?
Folks, this is crazy. This is totally insane. This happened about 40 minutes ago. I was ready to pack it in. And total chaos. I said, wait, what's going on? Is this live? And all of a sudden I heard explosion. I said, wait a minute, this can't be. At first I thought maybe I was watching Iran because, a lot of protests has been going on in Iran. And I'm like, no, this is the United States. These are the rioters. These are the agitators, whatever you want to call them. And I seen ICE agents, bloody hands. We seen one go down to the ground. It didn't look too serious. And then we heard backup. We need backup over here. Backup. And that's when the police got there very quickly. So at least the police did come in. Can't wait to hear the press conference. I hope that I hear the right words. I really hope we can hear the right words from Governor Walsh. I wish he could put the politics aside and finally come out and say, enough is enough. We're asking all of you to go home, and please pack it up, put the politics aside, let the ICE agents do what they have to do. That's all they have to say. They don't have to say anything else than that. And hopefully they'll listen. But the governor is not saying that. We heard him live today. He's continuing saying this. He goes, you have your right. You have your right. Keep your cell phone. Now, he's not saying on Governor Walsh's defense. Let me make this clear. He's not saying throw grenades. Right? He's not saying that. But the more that you come out on the press conference and Mayor Fry and say, you have your right to go out there. Well, then these people are going to listen to him. And that's what's going to happen. And that's why we have this chaos. And that's why tonight, whole nother level where people are sleeping on a Sunday night, perhaps eating a meal. And then they assume the ICE agents are there and they go ahead and throw some kind of grenade with gas and explosion. We don't know how many people were injured. I haven't heard anything about any deaths yet. I hope that there's no deaths. Craziness happening in Minneapolis and Portland.
So I go all in and try to do the double syrup. All in.
We're going to keep an eye on this and see. I'm waiting to hear about this van or a white vehicle of some kind. Maybe they assume it was a white vehicle. I'm sure we'll hear more about it in the next coming minutes or hours. I'll dip into some comments real quick. Thank you for being here under these circumstances here, because in my opinion, it's just going a little too far. And hopefully, we can the politics can they can get together on this and come to some kind of conclusion. I mean, what I hope for is that, the governor and the President Trump can, they don't have to get along, but they can say, hey, we are two adults here. Let's do the right thing here and stop this and stop it. I mean, seriously, folks, because it's going to lead to injuries and possibly more fatalities. I mean, these ICE agents were they were like, I think they were surprised that the explosion. I mean, wouldn't you be? I mean, you're standing there guarding a hotel and you see an explosion.
I have to talk to JD. My God. Dude, I was being killed.
Now, a lot of these people, not these people here that we're seeing in the camera, let me just say this again, but a lot of people that were there in front of the hotel, the police department said, the local police department said, you are all going to be arrested, leave. And some left, some didn't. Now, these people are new arrivals. I mean, I think these are just people that are coming now in front of this Anytime Fitness gym. I don't understand why they're letting even people there. I mean, this is a crime scene. I mean, I don't understand. Do you guys? I would say, hey, get these people out of here. So you got to leave. Where's a crime scene here? So once again, it was a Hilton hotel.
I took a photo. Can I bust it down freaky style right here?
Somebody says we need more ICE. Well, what we need now is to bring in the military. There's only one way to eliminate this from escalating is to bring in the military. They're going to have to bring in the military, and that's that. I mean, they have no choice at this point because it went from flags to, people yelling and screaming to tear gas to now mass destruction in a hotel and explosion and grenades and innocent people. I mean, there's people there who are just curious. I mean, I wouldn't be there, but looks like we have something happening over here. This is crazy, folks.
Hey, don't arrest them. We're just trying to help, bro. They're trying to park.
For a guy on a speaker. That's why they're jamming my signal. What was that about?
Not sure what that's about there. Once again, viewer discretion advised.
What did he do? What happened?
I don't fucking know. I just got fucking put in a chokehold and then let go. That's right now? Yes, right now. That's right. He just grabbed me, put me in a chokehold, and just let me go. You fucking asshole! Really?
Once again, viewer discretion advised, folks. I guess that young lady says she was in a chokehold from the ICE agent. I believe was an ICE agent.
That's crazy.
So we have Portland. We also have Minneapolis. We have two feeds going at once.
For a targeted arrest and they didn't know who they're getting, so they
It looks like in Minnesota,
contain the situation.
um,
Fucking idiots.
they got pretty much things situated for the time being. It is now a crime scene. Turn the camera around real quick, folks. We're watching two streams at once. Good evening, happy Sunday, and this all kind of unraveled about an hour ago now. I guess we've been on for 50 minutes, where there was some kind of grenade of some kind, an explosion erupt in Minneapolis at a hotel. Hold on one second.
Just the click of a button. Go now.
So anyhow, there was some kind of a grenade or something. Or, at first, I heard that there was a drive-by, a white vehicle. Haven't heard much of that from my sources, but they got two people detained. And it looks like they were arrested, transported to the local police station, where they'll be held for domestic terrorism. There was many people. I don't know, maybe 50 people in front of the hotel. Not all of them, but some of them. Some of them rushed. They were trying to rush into the hotel. And the ICE agents, a few of them had bloody hands. It didn't look like they were too injured. They took out their weapons, their guns. They immediately called for backup. They got on the phones. We need backup. We need police department. We need backup here now. And the police department was probably real close. They got there pretty quick. I have to say, shout out to them. And shortly after that, the police department said, we will arrest everybody. And this wasn't the ICE agents. These were the local police. We will arrest everybody. And some continue to use force. And at that point, they were going back and forth with tear gas between each other. When I say each other, the ICE agents. And then the police took many in custody. They did release a few. And then it's pretty much where we're at. This is a whole nother level, folks. This could have been a lot worse. I still don't know how many people were injured or critical. We don't know. I'm watching a couple of different feeds here with a couple of independent journalists that are on site. They certainly have their opinion, and I'm sure we all have our different opinions, but I can say this. Most of us probably agree that it's gone way too far, and we have to put the politics aside. And I believe they're going to have National Guards come there, because it's going to continue. I mean, we're going into Monday, and these people are working around the clock. It seems like it dies down, and then more rioters and agitators or protesters, whatever you want to choose, continue to take it a whole nother level. Because what we were seeing before were horns and pushing, shoving back and forth, throwing bottles, which is, I'm not saying it's okay, but now it went from that to a lot worse. People can now, ICE agents can lose their lives. People can lose their lives. People in the hotel, we still don't know how many are injured. Looks like, what we got here? Hold on. Looks like some of these ICE agents are getting in their vehicle as they pretty much got it all. You can see hardly anybody left. Once again, this is in Minnesota, Minneapolis here, and wait a minute. Yeah, so that right now the agents are getting in their vehicles. You can hear the people.
I believe my live might have captured it. There's some people screenshot it. Screen recording.
This was crazy this evening. This is getting a lot worse. But it looks like the ICE agents are getting back in their vehicles and relocating. Or now, if there is any ICE agents in that hotel, obvious they're going to get them out of there and, well, get them relocated to another hotel. There's still people around. There's still some people around. as the ICE agents are leaving, it looks like these protesters or rioters are also going to go. You know, will they go to another location? Who the hell knows? Who knows? Let me ask you guys in the chat. Do you think it's going to get worse before it gets better? What do you think? Is it going to get worse? I mean, is there going to be another person or another couple people or just going to continue to act in violence and trying to explode hotels and businesses? Yes.
The girl right there.
Not sure how much damage was done to the hotel. It didn't look like it collapsed or anything, but it was definitely an explosion that broke right through the windows of the doors.
And her
Appreciate the donations. Thank you.
headphones. At the end of my clip, they handed it back to.
And then over here, we had a little chaos in Portland. Portland had some chaos as well. We've seen some people getting detained or arrested. So we had two different states pretty much around the same time. Well, not the same time, but within 15 minutes apart.
That's okay. It's part of being.
But in Minnesota is much worse. I mean, completely insane as these people are, they think they're above the law, you know, and they're not thinking. They're making very bad decisions. But the good news is, if there's any good news, they did arrest two male Caucasians between the age of 23 and 33 years old, I believe. And hopefully they got who they needed to get. I don't know if anybody got away. I'm still curious about the white vehicle.
Oh no, and those are the rubber ones, I think. Oh no, it's just not even
It spins, so it's more accurate, is what your friend told me. This one's busted.
right.
And then I gave a couple pepper balls away.
I'm not sure what he's holding in his hand here.
Make sure, just like how paintball is, the outside has.
They were showing something in his hands. I don't know what the hell that was.
So, make sure you wash your hands with pepper base. Okay. Because I have to eat it. I was like, oh man, I touched the ball.
Guys, hold tight 1 second. I think Fox has reported something. Stay with me 1 second. I think let me get one of the news outlets on if I could real quick and see. Sounds like oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Looks like I just seen another oh there's okay, these are the ICE agents throwing some grenades here to back up the rest of the people that are who decided to come back or didn't leave or whatever. Crazy stuff, folks. Crazy folks. Crazy. Totally insane what just happened tonight. Yeah, what it looks like to me is the ICE agents are just trying to pretty much get rid of the rest of the people there. They made it clear they're going to arrest everybody. That was the police department who said that, by the way. These are the ICE agents. Minus 13 degrees in Minnesota. All right, I'm gonna see what we can. I thought Fox has the reporting something. So hold on 1 second.
But I don't know if bankruptcy is the right option. Oh, if you have that.
I'm gonna try to get Fox and see if there's any kind of reporting that Fox has for us. I don't know if they're gonna hold a press conferences late. I'm sure they're gonna. This is big news. I'm sure they're gonna be discussing this all night, all probably tomorrow. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Try to get one of the news channels on here for us.
Request in that area. We do have those ready. And if you are a local official and you're tuned into this,
New York City airports where cancellations stacked up throughout the day. And it's not just travel. The ice and wind.
Of course, we have a this crazy weather happen. Oh, here we go.
To the way things were. Shimon Prokopez, CNN, Minneapolis. And the Department of Homeland Security, it is pushing back against a lawsuit that was filed by Minnesota authorities. It seeks to prevent possible tampering or destruction of evidence in the Alex Preddy shooting investigation. Now, warning the video.
They're just talking about the
shooting
shooting that happened yesterday.
And the lawsuit.
All right, folks. I think we're going to We're going to end the live stream. Let's hope that, let's hope certainly that there was no life-threatening injuries. Once again, my name is Sal. It's unfortunate, but until there's some leadership in Minneapolis, hopefully the President Donald Trump and Governor Tim Walz can actually have a conversation and come up with some kind of solution long-term to eliminate these events, because we are witnessing now, it's, when you're talking about an explosion, a threat of a building or a hotel of any kind, you're talking domestic terrorism. This is not a protest anymore. These are rioters, and it's way out of control. And let's hope that there was no serious injuries on the ICE agents or local police department. But shout out to the police department for getting there very rapidly before they escalated any farther. Hopefully there's nobody bad injured. I can't believe that they're not, none of the news outlets are covering this. It's crazy. I think a lot of them are on their local recording broadcast, and that goes to all of them, CNN, Fox. Well, we'll stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It must stop, folks. If you live in Minneapolis, whether you're for this or not, think before you go there. I would not. Just stay home, and let's pray that this stops. Good night, guys. See you on the next live.